All right, ladies and gentlemen, joining us now is Gavin McInnes. He's a columnist at TAKIMAG.com, author of Death of Cool, and a regular on Fox News Channel's Red Eye. There's the book right up there on your screen. Gavin, welcome aboard. Very interesting times, lots to talk about, and you jumped on Twitter right away. I love this tweet about Hillary. Let's put that up if we can. There it is. We already elected a guy just because he's black. Let's try electing a woman just because she's a woman. I believe there's another one on Hillary that, yeah, there it is. We should elect Hillary because her husband did a good job. And we'll get to the Pacquiao's wife fighting Floyd Mayweather, but that's a different story. So this whole approach by Hillary and this whole sense of entitlement, what do you make of that?
Well, the irony is it will work. I mean, they're talking about the optics in the Scooby-Doo van, and you should vote. And she says, isn't it time we had a woman president? And it's like that's her whole campaign. I'm a woman. And maybe a little bit of Clinton did a good job. He's my husband. Those are ridiculous statements, but they might work. I mean, I wouldn't be surprised if Rubio loses because his ears are too long. That's how shallow the American voter is.
Yeah, well, you make a good point. I mean, it's all about aesthetics, and the media certainly plays a big part. But let me ask you about Rubio. Rubio's, and this speaks to, I think, you know, who you are and your book and the whole thing. You know, he said we have to move forward. We need new ideas from new leaders. He talked about Hillary announcing she's old, she's an old generation, and, you know, we have to move forward with new ideas and new people. Is that going to resonate with the young voter?
Maybe. I mean, the irony of all these discussions is we're talking about total Luddites who are going to click based on what the last name sounds like. Oh, her dad's Scottish. My dad's Scottish. Paplick. So there's so little thought that goes into voting, and we spend so much time working so hard on it. Yes, Rubio's right. We do have to move forward. Yes, it's not a monarchy here. Why do we have these ruling families, the Clintons and the Bushes? What is this, Germany 900 years ago? But the craziness is it might work. Some guy at my gym said, I'm going to vote for Hillary because Bill was really good with spending.
Well, you know, Hillary has actually said, you know, that, hey, you know, we had the best economic times there in the 90s, boom, blah, 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 19 million jobs, and I could take you back there. Of course, that's because we had the internet boom going. I mean, all the creation of all these millions of jobs because it was a brand new industry.
Yeah, great point. The other misnomer about Clinton is that he saved money and he got the deficit to where it was a profit. No, he just spent a little bit less than was planned. He didn't save us money. He didn't turn America into this lucrative net gain. That's all a myth. He just wasn't as bad as we thought he was going to be.
Yeah, and of course, he was dragged kicking and screaming to the balanced budget amendment, welfare reform by the Republicans. He didn't.
Yes.
These weren't his initiatives and his ideas. What do you make of? Let's put. I want to show the Chipotle photos on her way. By the way, Bill Crystal tells me this is a $60,000 van with, you know, a bed, the whole thing, only fit for a Hillary, let's say. And so when they say she's traveling cross country in a van, let's not get the wrong impression. There she is. Let's put up the 674 and follow it by 75 and 76. There's Hillary and Uma. Of course, Uma. Hillary is, you know, using that BlackBerry or whatever the heck it is because she could only carry one device. And if you would think if she was really taking a tour to speak to the people, she would have walked into the restaurant and started talking to people and saying, hi, I'm Hillary, blah, blah, blah. But nothing, and nobody even noticed her. How's that possible?
Look, the real Hillary, I hope she rears her ugly head because she is a beast. And I don't just mean wildly unattractive. There's all kinds of stories about her physically abusing her husband and him having to lie like a battered housewife about a black eye. We know that her and Uma seem pretty good together, and their husbands seem to get real lonely and get up to all kinds of mischief. I don't know what that means, but it doesn't look great for her. I think personally the actual woman is a tyrannical, cruel, just a giant ego who doesn't have any sort. She's almost like a robot, but that's easy to hide. And if she does all these what seem like to us totally frivolous, silly things, like driving around in a Scooby-Doo van, the American voter is so uninformed, it might turn out great. this sheep's clothing this wolf is wearing might end up working.
Yeah. All right, Gavin, great to talk to you, sir. Thank you very much.
Cheers.
All right, you too. All right, Nick Sanchez joins us next, Newsmax digital reporter. Don't miss this one.